Hi, I'm Luke and you're watching iTraits, and in this video we're going to go through INTP versus INTJ. So a lot of people get confused by these two types and can become torn between which one they are. They can appear identical on the outside, mysterious and not easily swayed by authority. They're also both extremely intelligent. Both INTPs and INTJs seek an understanding of the world around them. They can enjoy extensive discussions and find common grounds on a range of different things. But wherever their similarities, INTPs and INTJs differ in a lot of key ways. These differences are often subtle and require careful analysis. In this video, we will explore a number of INTP and INTJ key characteristics. Cognitive functions of a driver process comes in handy when trying to differentiate between the two types. Believe it or not, INTPs and INTJs share none in common. Let's take a look at their function stacks in order from most dominant to least dominant. INTJ: introverted intuition, extroverted thinking, introverted feeling, extroverted sensing. INTP: introverted thinking, extroverted intuition, introverted sensing, extroverted feeling. Okay, so let's give that some context and go through 7 subtle but key differences between the two types. This should make it more clear for you when you try to decipher between the two, to maybe decide which one you are or how you perceive other people around you. Number 1. Caring about micro decisions versus rolling with the punches. So ask yourself for this one, when going out with friends and family, if they asked you the question, what would you like to eat? Where would you like to go? Would you be able to answer them with a definite answer? Do you make your mind up quite easily? The INTJ will definitely have a more pronounced decision on what they want, whereas the INTP may answer back with something like, I don't mind, it's up to you. And if they were given a choice between two different things, they probably just do eeny meeny and pick whichever. Number 2. Efficiency versus exploration. Productivity may as well be the official INTJ slogan. The secondary function, extroverted thinking, is carried out in the real world, and they can get stuff done on their own agenda without having to have their hands out too much to it. They know what they want and they know how to get it with laser focus. They will definitely have a deliberate decision behind each skill they learn and acquire. They'll definitely be working towards the bigger picture in their lives. They're efficient and calculated, and you can bet that every stepping stone had been laid out carefully before them. In contrast, INTP's extroverted intuition is all about idea generation and exploration. This translates to toying around with ideas and playing the devil's advocate. It's pretty common to find them dwelling over some crazy conspiracy theory or just something they found interesting that day. As an INTP myself, I do this all the time. I'm probably doing it right now in my head while making this video. Number 3. More focused versus wide-spanning interests. This can be seen through things such as music tastes, whereas the INTJ will often stick to 2 genres and they'll be very loyal to certain artists. This also carries through to their movies, books and shows. This can make them intensely knowledgeable specialists who are experts in their field. The INTP, on the other hand, may have a haphazard collection of music, ranging from all different genres, and you may think that they've put it together with just about all different types of people. I have to be careful when my playlist is on because I don't know what song's coming up next, just to save myself the embarrassment. Number 4. Overindulging versus emotional outbursts during stress. Extreme stress gives center to the grip function, which is the last function in the stack. For INTJs, this is extroverted sensing. The reliance on this function comes in many forms of escapism, such as binge eating, binge watching, Netflix marathons. The INTP in contrast will be uncharacteristically emotional, thanks to extroverted feeling. This shows up as explosive tantrums or long-winded monologues. Number 5. The secret caring versus the goofy side. When somebody finally manages to crack that cold exterior, there lies an embarrassingly warm and squishy heart. This holds true for both parties. The warmth shows up a little differently for both parties, however. The INTJ cares deeply about those that are close to them. They almost resemble an INFJ in this situation. The INTP, however, turns into a little bit of a crazy party animal, resembling more of an ESFP under the influence of things such as alcohol. But this is more likely only around a group of close friends, rather than all people they don't know. They'll probably still be quite reserved in that situation. And these alter egos can be quite drastic, that even friends or family that are close to you, they may not even recognise you in this situation because it's so out of character. Number 6. Active change versus passive rebellion. If there's a problem, INTJ will just get down and fix it. They'll evaluate the options, pros and cons, and develop a solution. No mess, no fuss, goal-oriented and achievement-driven. They work hard to meet their exceptionally high standards. The INTP, however, will often expand the problem until they walk back right to where they started. They'll often want to develop their own solution to a problem. They'll probably end up brainstorming a billion ways to do it. But they're kind of quiet rebels to the system and like to develop their own path to success. Number 7. Progressive thought versus losing train of thought. A conversation with the INTJ is progressive and usually revolves around a single point of discussion, and often finishes with a firm conclusion that links back to the main point. This is due to their primary function, introverted intuition. They make for excellent leaders and influencers due to their gift of the gab and the way that they can speak. On the other hand, the INTP can babble on and on for a good while about their thoughts in discussion, sometimes even forgetting what they were on about in the first place. A discussion about metaphysics can be pulled towards the meaning of life, which may then jump to human nature and from there to politics. But don't take this as though the INTP doesn't know what they're talking about, because they've probably had the discussion with you about 20 times in their head before they've even opened their mouths. Sometimes we just use people as things to bounce ideas off. In certain situations, it helps us out massively within clearing our brains and trying to fit everything together. So how may a conversation go between the INTP and the INTJ? Well, it'd probably go something like this. The INTJ would say, "What's your point?" To which the INTP would probably reply, "There isn't one, we're just having a discussion." This illustrates the differences between the two extroverted auxiliary functions, extroverted thinking and extroverted intuition. Another way to confirm the difference is that judges appear organised on the surface, but their inner world is more of a train wreck, whereas perceivers appear nothing short of a mess, but actually have a very effective method to their inner madness. So here are some closing thoughts. The INTJ and the INTP are very similar in outer presentation, but their thinking and reasoning process couldn't be any more different. This quirky pair make excellent friends and partners in crime, with potential to shake up the status quo. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like. It really helps out small channels. And also drop a comment down below on whether you're INTP or INTJ. I'd love to know. And as always, thanks for watching, and remember, knowledge is power.